So a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Bison made a nice video about him speedrunning a maths paper. You should go watch it. He actually referenced me in the video, which was kind of him. Didn't really need to, but he did. I feel like by doing that, he invited the challenge of me also trying to do this and seeing how it went. This will not be there very fast because I'll be commentating the whole time. I might make another video in a couple of days where I do no commentary at all, but then maybe do a voiceover over the top afterwards, which might be nice. Yeah, I'm starting the timer on my phone. I also don't have a calculator, but I'm going to use my phone calculator just so you know to do this. And yeah, the timer's gone, so we may as well begin. I'm just going to check I'm in red pen, which I am, so we can actually see my work. And then we rearrange this, which gives us y equals minus a half x minus, is it a minus? No, it's a plus 3 over 4. And then, of course, if m is perpendicular, then m is 2. And then we have a meeting point, so we set this equal to 2x plus 7. May as well times everything by 4, which gives us minus 2x plus 3 equals 8x plus 28. And then we do 10 and we take away, so we get minus 2.5. That should be a minus and then equals, and that will do. Okay, let's scroll down as quickly as we can. Edexcel gives you way too much paper when you're doing any of these questions, which is going to be annoying because I'm going to have to scroll down really, really far. A is 0 is a solution we can immediately see, which leaves us with 16, a to the 1.5 equals 2. And then, of course, that's going to be 1/8, 3 over 2, so a is 4 will be the other solution. So that's going to be the two things there. And then this factorizes to b minus 9, or is it plus, and then b squared minus 2, something like that. So b is plus or minus, don't know what happened there, plus or minus root 2, and b is not any solutions over there. They're not real. Good, so we'll end up with those two things there, and then we're done. Next question, again, going to have to scroll through this wild amount of paper that we, for some reason, get given. Going to integrate this right here because it'll be easier. Minus, I think this is going to be a 2. I'm also left-handed, which I'm beginning to realize is quite a big problem for this because my hand is directly over me trying to read the questions. I think I'd get away with that minus sign, wouldn't I? Why not? And then hence find the value such that that equals 8. So we're going to have to put in 2 to this and then put in 0.5. When we put in 2, we get a half. Or is it minus a half? Because we get, yeah, it's minus half. And when we put in 2 to the second bit, and now this thing's in the way as well. What is that? So that makes it 4, so that makes it 2k. So we end up with a plus 2k. And now we're going to take away what happens when we put in a half. Now, when we put in a half, half to the minus 2 is 4, so that's going to be a minus 8. And a half squared is a quarter, so that's going to be k over 8. Apparently that equals 8. So okay, we've got some minusing going on. So this 8 cancels with that one. So we get 2k plus k, minus k over 8, which is, I guess, 15k over 8 equals a half. Is this really right? I doubt it. So k is 4/15. I don't know, it's probably wrong. Okay, next one is all the way down here. So it's one of these dumb questions. Using a linear model, find the equation of h linking t. So we have h equals, and now the difference from there to there is 28 plus 65. Which I'm going to type in a calculator, so that's 0.93. And that took how many years? 3 years. So it's going to be 0.93 over 3, which is 0.31 t. And then I guess we know that it goes to the point 3, 2.54. Like this is 3 comma this. So let's just put a plus c here. If we put in t is 3, 0.31 times 3 is that 0.93 that we saw before. And then we're going to take away, what am I even going to do with that? We know it goes to there, so let's do 2.35 minus 0.93. And we get 1.42. So h equals 0.31t plus 1.42. Then we say 3 was approximately where it started. This is close to 1.42 meters. So decent. Mate. Good. Scrolling down through the, losing so much time for these pages. So okay, so dy by dx, I could have just written it next to it, I guess. 6x minus 24x minus 2. Good. Find the exact rate for decreasing, so we want this to be, sorry, increasing, so we want it to be bigger than 0. Okay, so we could just, I mean, are we just allowed to divide by x here? It doesn't really seem like we should. So we want this to be bigger than 24x to the minus 2. I really should just divide by x here. does that not mess? Oh, x is bigger than 0. Nice, kind. That is very nice of them. So I'm going to times by x cubed, and that shouldn't make a difference to anything. Sorry, I'm going to times by x squared to make an x cubed, and I'm totally allowed to do that. So we end up with x cubed bigger than 8, which means x is bigger than 2. Good. So that x thing was going to be irritating for a while, but thankfully they gave me that out, which is good. Show that x equals 2 root 3. I guess we have to do this exactly. So 18 root 3 equals a half, the pen, 2x times 3x times sine 60, which is root 3 over 2. So this root 3 cancels with this one. This half doesn't cancel, or it cancels that 2. Double it for 36 divided by 3 is 12. So we get 12 equals x squared. So x equals 2 root 3. Good. That'll probably be close enough. Hence value exact value of BC. How is that hence? Why do I need, oh, because I need x, right? I need x. This is 4 root 3, and this is 6 root 3. We need to do this exactly again. So BC squared, or should we just say BC, equals the root of, now 4 root 3 squared, 16 times 3 is 48. 6 root 3 squared is 36 times 3, which is, I think, 96. And then we're going to take away 2. There'll be a half over here from the cos. And then there'll be 4 root 3 times 6 root 3, which is 24 times 3, which is 96 again, I think. And then this will obviously cancel. This will cancel. Root 48 simplifies down. There's a multiple of 4 in there, no? Or no, there's a multiple of 16 in there because I made it. Does this all cancel 4? That cannot be right. That can't be right at all. Where did I go wrong? That's a 72. 24 times 3 is 72, because the other one was 36 times 3, so it's too big. Yeah, sorry, so that doesn't cancel. So we're doing 48 plus 96 minus 72 is actually what we're doing, which is 72. Now that roots, I'm going to just pretend to do this on my own, but root 72 is apparently 6 root 2. And hopefully that's right. Good. Next one then is number 7, sketch. I think I can do the sketch here. So this is a over x graph, but it goes through 1. So there's an asymptote at 1 like this, and then the other one goes like this. And I think that should be close enough. Stating the equation of horizontal asymptote is y equals 1. I don't need anything else apparently. Good. The line does that. Intersection is given by this. Well, we're just going to do minus 2x plus 5 equals k squared over x plus 1. And then times everything by x, we get minus 2x squared plus 5x equals k squared plus x. So this leads to 0 over here, maybe 2x squared minus 4x. Is that what was the plus k squared? Equals 0. Good. Easy. Find the exact values of k, which is, this is a tangent, so we need b squared minus 4ac to be equal to 0. So we need 16 minus 4 times 2, so this is going to be 8k squared. We need that to equal 0. So obviously k is equal to plus or minus root 2. And that will be, I think, that done. Good. Next one. Okay, binomial, how many times do we need? 3. 2 to the power 6 is 64. The next one will be 2 to the power 5 times 6. That's 32 times 6 times 3 divided by 4, which is 144. So that's going to be, and everything's a plus, which is very nice. The next one will be 6 times 7 divided by 2, which is 21, times 16 times 9 divided by 16 is 189 x squared. Good. And then plus dot dot dot, I guess. Explain how you could use that. So do need to do it. Good. So we need to do 2x. No, we don't. We need to do 2 plus 3x over 4 equals 1.925. And then, of course, we just need to solve this. So this leads to using x equals. So we'll do that. So we'll do 1.925 minus 2. Then we'll times by 4. Then we'll divide by 3. And we'll get minus 0.1, which I probably should have worked in that in my head. But use this. That'll be good. That'll be fine. Next one is so much paper. This one here. Okay, so we've got some equation. Calculates the mass. Okay, is that the starting number? Nope, that's when n is 1. So we do 1200 minus, this is so boring, 19 squared, 117, apparently. I really hope my phone got that right. Next one, deduce the maximum total mass that could be mined. Well, that happens when n is 20. No, when you make 0, so it's going to be 1, 200. Calculate the mass of tin that we mined in mined in 2023. So does that mean we need to put in n is 4 and take away? Yeah, and then take away when n is 2. Oh my god, okay. So again, in a phone, this is going to be a little bit annoying. So we put in when n is 4, 4 is 16, so that's going to be 16 squared. And that makes 432. And then we're going to put in what happens when n is 5, no, 3, which gives us 17, which is 333. And then we do 432 minus 333. And I think we get 99. That's probably completely wrong. States giving reasons, one limitation for the value of n. Well, when n is like n equals 1,000, t is negative, which can't really happen. Okay, good. So next one. Oh my god, so much paper. Why? Why did I get all this paper? What are you doing? Okay, next one. Okay, so this should be easy, right? X minus 2 all squared plus y plus 4. My hand is in the way. That's super annoying. Minus 4 minus 16 minus 8 is minus 28, so that equals 28. That can't be right, right? Minus 4 minus 16 is minus 20. Apparently it is. So the exact radius is root 28. The center, I guess the should answer is 2 minus 4. Okay, so that's fine. K is tangent to C. There's probably an easy way to do this with a drawing, right? So we've got a thing with a 2 and a minus 4, so it's down here somewhere. And it's going to be root 28 above. So one tangent of x, sorry, this is x equals, that's a vertical line. So we're root 28 to the side. So if we just do 2 plus root 28, then I think that should be a tangent. And I can't see where I'll have gone wrong there. So let's go on to the next one. How many questions even are there on a paper like this? I don't know. Prove that this is a factor. So all we need to do is show evidence that we've put 4 in. So annoyingly, I do need to write this like this. And then I can just say equals 0. And then maybe f of 4 equals 0. So x minus 4 factor. That'll do. Hence that this only has 2 distinct roots. So we can say f of x, I'll just draw all over the picture here, x minus 4. The other bracket is going to need to be 2x squared. Minus 4 times minus 12 is 48. And then the middle term, I've got minus 8x squared right now, so I need another minus 5 of them. So I think this will be fine. Except that totally doesn't work, which is irritating. I've got minus 8 of them. I need minus 5 of them. That's not going to work, is it? What's going on there? Why has this not worked at all? I don't know. This should factorize to something nice and clean. Where have I messed up? Minus 8x squared. I need another minus 5x squared, which I have from doing that. So the x's don't work? Minus 12x plus 20x? The x's totally work. Oh, okay. No, this is going to work, right? But there's going to be another x minus 4. I think that's where it's getting at. So this is 2x plus 3. Does that work? 8. Yeah, that works. Okay. So this is going to be minus 3 over 2. And this is the repeat at 4. Sorry, that took a second for me to work out. So that's fine. Deduce, giving reasons, the number of real roots to this. Is this just the same function but moved up 2? Is that what's happened? No, it's been moved down 2. So therefore, down 2. So therefore 3, because this root will do this now. Good. Given k as a thing passes through the origin, so we can either move it left 3 over 2, or we can move it right 4. So either k is 4 to move it right 4, or k is minus 3 over 2. And I think either one of those will work. Good. That's that question done. Next one. So much. I've complained. I'll stop complaining because I complain every time. Right, this question here looks like a beast of a question. There's a few things we could do immediately. I'm going to firstly just shorten this down a little bit like this. I reckon this will just factorize, right? So 10, should we write it? It will just factorize. It will just factorize. So it's going to be 12. So it's minus c squared minus 7c plus 12 over 3 plus 2c. This will definitely, so 3 plus 2c, sorry, that should be a 10c squared, shouldn't it? So we would need a minus 5c to make that work. And we also need a 4. Does that work? 8c minus 15c, yeah, that works. So then this cancels with this, and we end up with 4 minus 5 cos theta. I'm going to take the hit on this one. That's going to lose a mark for not being clear. I'm going to take the hit on it. This is a speed run. I don't care. Hence solve this thing here. Well, we're obviously going to... why have we got something completely different on the other side? Oh, because we're just supposed to just say that 4 minus 5 cos theta equals 4 plus 3 sine theta. And now, what is the easiest way of solving this? Oh, the 4's go away. Fantastic. I thought we were going to have to get an R formula out for a second. We are definitely not going to have to. We're going to get tan theta equals minus 5 over 3. What's the range? 0 to 360. Easy. So theta equals, let's do some typing. Inverse tan minus 5 over 3 is minus 59. So we're going to add 180 to get 120.96. And we're going to add 180 to get 300. I really hope that was decimal place is going to be okay. That doesn't say good. Excellent. Next one. How many questions are left? I have no idea. Scroll. Oh my god. Scroll downwards. Nice. Okay. This looks like the usual last question, but we'll find out, I guess, in a second. So we've got this. Show that the area of that is that. So okay, cool. So we need to integrate this first. This integrates to a half x4. Minus 17 over 3. Oh, that doesn't really bode well for doing this nicely, plus 20x squared. Okay, so that's the integral. We're obviously integrating between 0 and k, so we need to find k, and we'll do that by differentiating this function for 6x minus 34x plus 40, and we'll set that equal to 0. Now, this is where I really wished I had a calculator that could do this instantly for me, but I do not. I need to find when that's 0. I literally just need to type this into a calculator, don't I? Okay, minus 34 into roots. I'm doing quadratic formula in a phone calculator. Can we all just show some respect for this? Why did I not just bring a proper calculator with me? This is irritating. 4 times 6 times 40. That hasn't worked because I've typed that wrong. And then we're going to divide by 12. Okay, so 4. So this is at 4. So we're integrating this between 0 and 4. The good news is 0 just immediately goes away. When we put in 4, we're going to get a sixth of 4 cubed. I think I need to show evidence that I've put the 4 in. So I need to write something like this. And now I'm immediately realizing that I also have to type this into a phone, which is irritating. I could just flag that this is 256 over 3, couldn't I? Oh, that's so tempting to do. Okay, minus, I need brackets here, I think. I need brackets there as well. I don't, oh my god, 17 over 3 times by 64. Why is there a 4 cubed there as well? Because that should be a 4 to the 4, so that should be 256. Okay, 64, close brackets, plus 20 times 16 is 0, apparently. So that's just great, isn't it? That's just great. Have I made a mistake somewhere? 17 over 3 times 4. I mean, I have, clearly. 4 squared, so that integrates 20x blah, blah, plus c. Did I find... Oh, no, is this... No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is a big time waste, right? 6 times 16. Let's just type this in and make it sure it's 34 times 4. Plus 40 is 0. The other solution is definitely going to be the small one. No, that should have been 4. That should have been fine. 4 to the power 4. So have I integrated this wrong? Oh, this should be a third. No, this should be a half. I think I said a half out loud and then read it as a sixth. That's the mistake. So we have 4 cubed is 256. No, it's not. It's 4. This should be a 4 to the 4. I made that mistake earlier as well. So 256 divided by 2 minus bracket 17 over 3. This has been such a time waste. Times 64 plus 20 times 16 is 85 and a third. Oh my god, do I just flag that is definitely equal to 256 over 3? What's 85 times 3? Good, it's correct, good, moving on. Am I going to scroll past a bunch of nonsense only to read? Oh no, I'm not, good. Next question. How much time's gone? 20 minutes, fine. The value of car V, I've lost, that's my pen, there it is, good. Value, the blah blah, initial amount is when t is 0, so that's 2300. Oh, but when t is 0, that makes it 1 plus 5, so that's actually 17,000, I guess. Is that even maths? Is that 18,000? I think it's 18,000. Yeah. Given the model predicts the car is increasing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so dv dt. Is this in AS maths? Is differentiating this AS maths? Really? So 15,700 divided by 4 is that. So this is minus 3,925 e to the minus 0.25 t. That obviously differentiates away. Now that equals 500 when this t is big T. Okay, so now we just have to solve for t. Oh, I already did that. Where's the minus sign gone? Oh, decreasing array. So that's also a minus, then times by minus 1. And we get to this. Good. That's close enough. Hence find the age of the car, and this isn't. So we do 500 divided by 3,925, and then we do log ands. That'll do. So 500 divided by 3,925, and then we do. Can I do log of ands in a calculator in this? It's going to be ln technically, isn't it? So we get minus 0.25t equals minus 2.06. Then we just times by 4. And we get t is 8.24. Predicts the thing will not fall below a certain amount. So the model will definitely not go below 2,300. State one limitation of the model. Apparently the car, I'll put it here, worth basically, is this even a limitation? Same at t equals 1,000 to t equals 1,000,000. The car won't lose any value for like 990,000 years, which is probably a limitation. Okay, let's keep scrolling down. There should be more questions. Prove, excellent, this should be nice and quick. Prove, so this should be let's prove using odds and evens, right? So this makes 8m cubed plus 2, which is not divis by 8, because it's mult of 8 plus 2. And then if n equals 2m plus 1, we end up with 8m cubed plus. Now, can I just expand this in my head super quickly? So we've got 3 times 2, so that's going to be 6m squared, I think, because it's the choose function. Then no, because you get 2 of them, so it's going to be 12. Then we're going to have 6 of them, and then we're going to have a 1 at the end. And this is odd. So not mult of 8. I guess we could write this as 2 into 4m cubed plus 6m squared plus 3m plus 1. So not mult of 8 for n odd or even. That should hopefully be 4 marks. Okay, and there's more questions. Vectors. Explain geometrically the significance of that. A, B in straight line. Essentially, we're saying that A plus B is a plus b. So that picture, I think, makes that clear. Two different vectors such that this and this is true. The angle between them is 30. So we've got m with a value of 3 and n minus n. Okay, so m minus n is what happens when you go this. If this is m, and this is, so this is the point n, and this is the point n. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's one of these, and this is the vector n. So this is the 60 here. So I think this is the picture. Find the angle between m, which is this vector, and so I want this angle, I think. Okay, so I guess there's a bit of work to do here, because I think I need to do 60. Like, I think I need to find this angle first. So if I call this y, I'll do sine y over 3 equals sine 60 over 6, and y equals something. What's a half times 60 times sine 60 is this, and then we'll inverse that for 25.6, and then we'll do 180 minus 60 minus ans, which is 120 minus this. So that's 94.34. I think that's probably fine. There's so many mistakes in this paper. Oh, white pages, not, okay, that's weird. Oh, end of paper, good. I'll stop the timer there. That was 26:10, according to the timer on the iPad itself. According to my phone, according to my phone. Oh, of course, because I started. I think that's about 25:45. I'll confirm that by timing the actual thing itself. I think I would rather mark this off screen and just tell you about the mistakes when I get to them, and see how much of a time penalty I need to take for that. But yeah, a pretty decent time overall, I think. I will mark it properly, and we'll see how that goes. I'm willing to accept that I might have made, I think anything less than 10 mistakes will be fine. If I zoom out, can I scroll? Oh, no, okay. Can I scroll a bit faster? Not really. There's too much to scroll here. Okay, cool. I'll see you on this side in just a second. Right. Okay, that was honestly pretty embarrassing to watch through. I think if I finished the timer as soon as I wrote down the very last thing I wrote, I think the finishing time ended up being 25:30. Pretty much bang on 25:30. I can't write with this pen. Why not? Because it's there. Pretty much bang on 25:30 was the time, which is a pretty decent time, I guess, except for the fact that looking through the mark scheme, I think I need to take away 11 from this, and that's honestly, it might even be more. I think it's minus 11. It depends how stringent you want to be with some of my reasons for things and stuff like that, and some of my working. There are 11 things that are definitely wrong in there, which if you do the mark a minute thing gives a final time of 36:30, which I think is honestly pretty bad. I'm going to obviously make up the excuses that I was slowed down by doing a voiceover and things like that, and a calculator that was... why can't I rub out this random line down here? Okay. And using a calculator that wasn't really very good. But in any case, 36:30 is the time. It's still an okay time. I'm obviously going to beat that. Just to go through some of the mistakes. 2A, I didn't add a plus C. They were all just really dumb. Like every single thing in there was really dumb. It was so egregious. Missing a plus C, just a whole ton of random numeracy mistakes being made, littered throughout virtually every question. There was just a -1 for an answer that wasn't quite right. On the last question, there was an angle of 30. I just wrote an angle of 60, apparently, because those two things are the same, aren't they? So yeah, I mean, I think sub 30 is definitely possible. I mean, you know, if I actually tried, I think sub 25 would be possible, even with the mark a minute loss thing. Like, you just have to concentrate enough to not make mistakes, I guess. But no, quite a fun exercise anyway. I think this time, if you're doing the mark a minute thing, I think this time is 100% beatable. Like, people should please go out and try, because I think that is not a particularly good time. People can beat that on these rules. So go ahead and do that. I think it'd be fun if you can try, and I'd love to see it. But I think I'll at some point try and do much better than that, by trying a bit harder and making sure that I'm fully prepped and things.